Hey there guys, Tom here, welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of the brand new DCEU film, Shazam. And I know I'm probably the last person on the planet to review Shazam, but if you have not been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take, sometimes very late take, on all things movies. But if you're one of those people to see the movie a week early, or if you've already seen Shazam in general, jump down the comment section below, let's carry on the discussion as film fans right down there. Now, going into Shazam, there have been a lot of advanced screenings. A lot of people saw this movie about a week and a half early, and I was hearing some very good things about Shazam. Everybody's loving this film. So let me get into it. I'm going to talk about some things that I liked about the movie, and then some things that didn't work for me. Shazam is a film that is very different. It's something DC hasn't really done before. It's a very different thing than what you'd expect from a DC film, especially lately with likes of Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. But with Aquaman, DC really took a new direction, and they're following that direction with Shazam. But some of the elements that I like in Shazam are the fact that it's funny, it's heartfelt, it's got some great humor and action to it, and Zach Levi absolutely knocks it out of the park with Shazam, as are the kids in the movie, because Billy Batson obviously is sent to live with a foster family, and they have a bunch of foster kids, including Freddy, who's Billy's best friend in the foster home. He's also disabled, but he's a great character in this film as well, and I really kind of identified with that character, even a bit more than Billy. I think I like that character a little bit more than Billy before he turns into Zach Levi. The other great thing about this film is Mark Strong. Mark Strong is always great in pretty much anything. Even if you put Mark Strong in a bad movie, he's gonna give a good performance. And he was pretty good in this film. I enjoy seeing Mark Strong play the villain, and you can clearly tell that he enjoys playing the villain because he plays Dr. Savannah in this film. And you can get a bit of it from the trailers too. You get this sense that, like, when Dr. Savannah and Shazam are fighting, you know, you can tell that, like, you know, Shazam's still like a 14-year-old kid. He's terrified, and Dr. Savannah's just serious, and the seriousness of the villain and the youthful humor of Shazam makes for a really interesting pairing. So I subtitled this video, "Is Shazam the best DCEU movie?" And I have to say that, unfortunately, no, it's not, because while there are things that I liked about Shazam and there is some good stuff in there, I've got to tell you, overall, I'm not in the majority with this one. Shazam disappointed me, actually quite a bit. Shazam is a messy film. The first like 10-15 minutes are probably the messiest of the film, but pacing-wise, editing-wise, this film is a little bit of a hot mess. And there were several things in the movie, especially towards the third act, that I could have done without. There was a few things that happen in the third act, a couple of which really take away, I think, from the focus of the film being on Billy Batson and Shazam, because they're trying to expand the Shazam and the DCEU universe, but it really detracts from Billy Batson being our main lead character. And there were a couple of other things they did, especially towards the third act in this film. There's some goofy stuff that really takes this movie from, you know, having a little bit of goofiness. This movie had to be a little goofy, but I feel like they took that too far, pushed it further than I think it needed to go. So a lot of these moments that you could have had that could have been quite awesome or could be some wow moments, you end up losing that effect because it just comes off really goofy and really silly. And I don't think that was the filmmaker's intention, but that's how it struck me. There were things in this film that just didn't work. It didn't have the desired effect. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but things that should have been cool and would have been cool, they just weren't done right, so they ended up not coming off as awesome and as cool and having the effect that I think the filmmakers wanted to have. So again, is this the best DCEU movie so far? I don't think so. To me, that mantle is still held by Wonder Woman. I love that movie, and I even like Aquaman more than Shazam, but don't worry, I have a ranking of the DCEU coming this week. So overall, guys, look, I'm in the minority on this one. I can't recommend Shazam. It has some good stuff in there. There is some stuff to like. I just found Shazam very, very disappointing, and I was really looking forward to it. And I'm actually quite sad that I found it disappointing. I just sat there. I can't get mad at the movie like I did with, say, Crimes of Grindelwald or Holmes and Watson, but I just sat there after the credits going, I'm just really sad that I found this movie disappointing. I just, because I wanted to love it so badly, but unfortunately I can't. But again, I'm in the minority, so take my opinion for what it's worth. Everyone else is loving Shazam, and if you were interested in seeing Shazam, don't let me stop you. Go for it, and I hope that if you haven't seen Shazam and you go to see it, you have a fantastic time and you enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. Make sure to check out my previous reviews over here or over here, and I will see you guys next time.